What is Monstrology? It is a feature added to Wizard 101 in April of 2017 in which wizards can acquire the essence, or animus, of creatures and use it to create items relating to that specific creature, such as summoning it in battle to aid you, creating a housing guest of it to place in your wizard's house, or a treasure card to expel it instantly in a battle. But more on those later. Monstrology is an extension of the myth school, but all wizard schools can use it. But this awesome magic can't be used by beginner wizards. Once your wizard reaches level 12, Monstrologist Burke and Ravenwood will contact your wizard to start them on their journey as budding monstrologists.
Wizard, the Ravenwood professors tell me you're a prime candidate to learn about monstrology. Meet me in Ravenwood whenever possible.
We love the Albion foxes. Alright, we've been summoned by Monstrologist Burke. Let's go. And because it's an extension of the myth school, she's right outside the myth school. Specifically, the Practice Tower.
Can I help you? Oh, yes, of course. You're the one I was told about. I'm Principal Monstrologist, Gilder Burke. Thanks for coming. Headmaster Ambrose is allowing me to recruit talented and studious young wizards for an exciting new elective program, Monstrology. It's an ancient practice from my home world, Albion, and I've come to share monstrology throughout the spiral. So let's get started. The motto of monstrology is, know thine enemy. You'll learn to profile your enemy, extract their strengths, and use them to your benefit. We use special monstrological extract spells to enchant damage spells, which can then capture an enemy's very essence, or animus. An enchanted spell that deals damage will result in extraction of one animus, plus an additional animus is extracted with a defeating hit. Now pay attention here, cause this is very important. To formally collect the animus you've extracted, you must win the duel.
Yes, very, very important. It doesn't matter how much animus you extracted. If you don't win, it goes bye-bye.
Once you've successfully collected an enemy's animus, their profile is added to your monstrology tome, so you can reference them at any time. There's much more to monstrology than that, of course, but I find 'tis easier to do than to listen. It's high time for some field work. Take this extract undead animus spell and use it to capture the animus of any undead enemy you'd like to profile. Well, almost any. Since you're new to monstrology, you'll want to tussle with a low-level enemy to maximize your chances of animus extraction. Start with the Lost Souls on Unicorn Way. Extract one Lost Soul animus, then return here, and we'll wrap up your introduction to monstrology.
Woohoo! We have gained a monstrology level. Yes, we are now level 1. And if you ever want to hear all of that information again and a little bit more visual version, you can come read this Monstromnibus here, which is exactly what she was showing you while she was telling us, but she wasn't really telling us exactly what was in here. Shows you how to do it, although I wish the pictures were a little less grainy, because the text is fine, it's just the pictures are like, ooh, okay. Important things to know about monstrology in battles. You use your animus spell like an enchant. You click the one that you want to use, because there are many extract spells now, and then click the damage spell that you want to use it on. Damage spells are the only ones you can enchant with the extract spell, and once you do, you will have an icon right there that has the monstrology logo. However, if you have multiple types of extraction spells, it won't tell you exactly which one it is that you have put on the card. So try not to use too many at once to enchant these, or you might forget which monster you're trying to extract from. As she said, if you hit the creature, you get one animus, and if you defeat it, you get a second one. However, I find that you almost always get 2 for defeating it. If your monstrology level is higher than the monster's rank, you will definitely get the 3. If your monstrology level is much lower than the creature you're trying to extract from, there's only a really small chance that you're going to get it. And then it says, if your monstrology level is more than 5 levels above a monster's rank, you won't get any XP. You will get the Animus, but that's very, very important. So, like, if you're already level 20 monstrologist, you can't be going into Brisk Breeze Tower and expect to be getting any XP from there. You'll get all the Animus, but you won't be gaining XP to get your monstrology level higher. In this way, it's very similar to how you level up with cantrips. If you get enough Animus to create a treasure card that summons the creature to aid you in battle, if you're not a myth wizard, you can only summon one of them. Myth wizards can summon up to 3 of them. To access your Monstrology tome, press T. Right now, I haven't done anything with Monstrology with this wizard yet, but each world will have its own tab. There will be a picture of the creature here, some information about it. I love reading their cute little bio blurbs, very funny. And then the name of the creature will be over here. Monstrology spells have their own tab here. Now that I've learned one from Monstrologist Burke, it's added to the end here right after the astral spells. And there it is, Extract Undead. With this deck, I can only put 3 in. But however many you can put into your deck depends on how many max copies the deck can hold. Right now our goal is to extract Lost Soul Essence in Unicorn Way. This one is for extracting undead creatures. This is probably the most prolific creature type in the entire spiral. There are undead creatures in every single world of the spiral, including dungeons, which is why it's so great that Monstrologist Burke gives you this one first. To check on your monstrology level, you can press C to look at your wizard's information, then click on the 3rd tab, which is activities, and now we have arrows to go to the side. The first tab will be crafting and gardening. Next will be fishing and monstrology. If you hover over it, it says that I need 10 monstrology XP to get to rank 2. And currently there are 30 monstrology levels. All right, Lost Soul, we're coming for you. First, you click on the Extract Undead card, and then you pick the spell you want to use. So now it turns yellow because it's enchanted and it has the monstrology symbol. Once I click it, there's a flashing monstrology collectible Animus, and that is a great way to know if you can extract it. Some creatures might not be so obvious if they're extractable. For instance, there's a lot of dinosaurs in Azteca that kind of look dead, but they're not. See, we've collected 2 Lost Soul Animus and gained 2 XP. Alright, let's talk to her again.
Were you able to extract an Animus from an undead enemy? Aye? Cracking! Now it's time I show you the myriad ways monstrologists use Animus. The Monstrology Tome, notwithstanding, my personal favourite application of an Animus is to create a summon monster treasure card. It's like an echo of the enemy you extracted it from, which can be summoned in combat, but not unlike the way one summons a minion. You can also create an expel monster treasure card that's basically an instant defeat, one-shot silver bullet against a particular monster. If you've the proper lodgings, Animus can also be used to create house guests, as well as monster echoes that your friends can jewel. And don't worry if your house isn't equipped with a Joe sigil. That's what the Monstrodome is for. Now, if you've any questions, or simply feel the need for a refresher, consult the Monstromnibus here at any time. And remember, as your monstrology level increases, so does the amount of monstrological spells you're privy to. So, keep an eye out for me in your journeys throughout the spiral. Until then, welcome to Monstrology. Go on then, get cracking!
There are so many different extract spells now. There are 17 different ones. From treants to spiders, polar bears, pigs, elephants, draconians, cyclops, and more. But you cannot get them all in the same place. You get your first spell, Extract Undead, from Monstrologist Burke with her quest. In addition, inside Ravenwood, she sells Extract Spider and Extract Colossus. They're pretty costly, however. They cost 100,000 gold. There's one other place in Wizard City where you can find a Monstrologist Burke. Let's go check it out. Shortly after they introduced Monstrologist Burke to more than one place in the spiral, they also made it so when you opened up your map, it would show you where she is. Awesome! Colossus Boulevard is the only other place in Wizard City where you can find Monstrologist Burke. In fact, this is the only world where you can find Monstrologist Burke in 2 different places. You can purchase from her Extract Gobbler. When they first introduced it, it was 100,000 gold. However, I guess it's just for giggles. They told us that, the Gobblers ate one of the zeros, and this is the only spell that you can purchase for 10,000 gold. Sadly, this new wizard is quite poor and can't afford that. Now that I've extracted some Animus, the Lost Soul appears in the Wizard City tab, and it also, once you extract them, it tells you how many are available in that world. Right now, I have extracted Animus from 1 creature out of 114 creatures of different types in Wizard City that can be extracted. Tells you what school it is, what rank it is, a fun little blurb about it. This displays the golden Animus needed to create a summon monster treasure card, which that would be 6 Animus needed and 500 gold. Once you have these requirements, this will be yellow and you can create summon treasure card. Those can also be sold. This one displays the golden Animus needed to create a house guest. To create a house guest, this one needs 15 Animus and 1500 gold. You can also sell the housing guests. And finally, display the golden Animus needed to create an Expel Monster treasure card. Also needs 15 Animus and 2000 gold required. This creature here is a boss monster, you can tell because it's got the Monstrology logo with a crown on it. And also, you cannot use the Animus to create a Dispel creature card. So it costs 20 Animus and 1000 gold to create a summon treasure card for this creature. And then to create a house guest, you need 30 Animus and 2500 gold. Moreover, there are some creatures that are only extractable at certain times. For instance, the Halloween Trickster is only available in the Halloween Towers during Halloween time. Same thing with Nosferabbit is only available during Halloween time. There are so many different types of creatures that you can extract. However, there's a few that you cannot. There's some types that you can't. Number 1 is definitely the non-repeatable creatures. Whether they're from a quest that you did one time that you can't repeat. A really big one happens to be the school spell battles that you do. Those are not repeatable. Plus, wizards from other schools can't do them. So they want to make it fair that only the creatures that are repeatable that can be accessed by all players, only those are extractable. In addition to the worlds, dungeons and housing gauntlets have their own tab. The thing about the dungeons and the housing gauntlets is sometimes the same type of creature can be more than one rank. Housing gauntlets, the creatures that's the same creature can be different ranks. For instance, Berkshire Stickhouse, rank 2, rank 3, rank 12. Brûlé Sucre, rank 2, rank 3, rank 5, rank 11, and rank 12. Those are based on the level of the wizards that go into the housing gauntlet. Now let's talk about the difference between a housing guest you can create using Monstrology and a housing guest that's dropped by packs. So these 3 right in front of me, the 2 cats and the genie, these are from packs. Needless to say, they're pretty boring. They don't move around, they have very limited animations, and most of the time they just kind of stand there. I mean, they even have less movement than a pet or a mount does. It's kind of interesting. These 2 creatures right here, however, the Mander and the Croc, they're created through Monstrology Animus. As you can see, they walk around, they interact. Sometimes they approach you. However, in some instances, it's better if they don't wander around, especially for decorating purposes. For instance, these are all from the pack. If they were wandering around, I would have to use advanced castle magic to get them to stay where I wanted them to. And more examples of them. They'll approach you, they'll usually do their attack. They did say they were changing that on some of them, but yeah, that's very nice. Thank you for sniffing your pets. And yet more examples of the pack housing items where they're very similar to each other and they don't move around a lot. These creatures here are definitely made from extracting Animus. As you see, they come over and they're still trying to get me. Same with these beautiful birdies. It does seem that if you jump or dance, they tend to come to you more. Well, I guess not so much with the dance emote. But definitely if you're jumping around, they come towards you. Very silly birds. But they are so cool, and they're a great way to show off if you have a creature in your house that is created from the boss that's really hard to defeat. Oh yes, lots and lots of ways to show your awesomeness. It's like having a cool animated trophy. Just be aware that these are under the same count as the pets and the mounts. So if you have a lot of Monstrology extract creature housing items, you will be able to put as many pets and mounts in your home. Once you go to other worlds, their tabs will appear and tell you how many potential creatures are in that world of which you can extract. However, they don't tell you ahead of time what type they are or how many of which type. You'll just have to figure that out for yourself, or visit the plethora of handy, fantastic guides that players have created since Monstrology was introduced. That's my recommendation. And Krokotopia Monstrologist Burke is located on top of the ring and amulet shop. If she has any spells to sell you, she will have the card symbol above her head. Some spells, however, overlap. For instance, she sells the Extract Spider and Extract Colossus spells that she also sells you in Ravenwood. In addition, she sells Extract Mander spell and Extract Cyclops spell. And again, if you're having trouble finding her, you can find her on the map, but she's always in the main hub of the world. In Marleybone, she is kind of tucked away in a corner across the street from Retriever. And there she is. And she sells the Extract Golem spell. In Dragonspyre, she's located on the bottommost portion of the Basilica with Zeke and Eloise and Zephyr Flamewielder. Here she will sell you Extract Draconians. In Grizzleheim, Monstrologist Burke is located in Northgard by the river, where she will sell you Extract Treant and Extract Imp spells. In Wysteria, she's located in Pigswick Academy right after the entrance, and she will sell you the Extract Pig spell. In Zafaria, she's located in the Baobab Crossroads right over the bridge after the waterfall. She will sell you Extract Elephant spell. In Avalon, Monstrologist Burke is located near the pond with the waterfall, and she will sell you the Extract Worm spell. This one is definitely different than the Extract Draconian. Draconians are the anthropomorphic, I talk and I hold weapons and I walk around, sometimes fly, those sort of Draconians. Extract Worm is the one that you want to use for all those glorious dragons. Every single dragon in Avalon. Oh yes. Plus other worlds, of course. In Azteca, Monstrologist Burke is located in the Zocalo right after the first set of steps, right before all those lovely parrots and dinos you talk to. And she will sell you the Extract Parrot and Extract Dinos spells. This one only works on parrots specifically, no other birds that happen to be in the spiral at the moment. And the Extract Dino spell works on any type of dinosaurs, those being any of them that you see in Azteca basically, and their other iterations in other worlds that are the same body type of the ones you see in Azteca. Khrysalis, however, is the only world that Monstrologist Burke is not located in the main hub. She's not in the Bastion, but she is in the Silent Market. She's just down the way from Zeke and Eloise. Here she will sell you Extract Insects. In Polaris, Monstrologist Burke is located in Walrusburg, right close to the entrance. And also, if you happen to port in, it's close to the world door. And she will sell you Extract Polar Bear spell. You will not find Monstrologist Burke in any world that was released after Polaris, nor will you find her in Mushu or in Celestia. Maybe that's because eventually they're going to release an Extract Fish. That would be cool. And we already had the Extract Pigs in Wysteria, because that's the majority of the creatures that are in the Wysteria, because Extract Treant had already been released in Grizzleheim. So I'm guessing if she was to appear in Mushu, then she would sell like Extract Horse and Extract Bovine spells, because you can use the Extract Elephant spell on the Onis. Yes, you can. However, I know we're all still waiting on Extract Cat and Extract Dog. You promised us, KI, you promised us. There's one NPC, however, that has something to do with monstrology that you wouldn't think of. Felicia Worthington in Marleybone. She will sell you the recipe to create the Monstrodome. It's sort of like a monstrology PvP, but instead of a battle circle, you and friends enter inside the Monstrodome and battle the creatures that you have created the summon treasure card for. To be able to craft this, first you need to purchase it for 25,000 gold. While this one doesn't cost a lot, it does require you a little bit of grinding, because these required creature summon treasure cards are bosses. So you're going to need a lot more of them than you do the regular creatures. So you need 10 summon Foul Gaze treasure cards, 10 summon Lady Blackhope treasure cards, 10 summon Lord Nightshade treasure cards, 80 sandstone, 100 mistwood, 25 black lotus, and 50 brass. In addition to this crafted Monstrodome, there's also an autumn Monstrodome that they released, but that's in the Crown Shop only. When you have Monstrology treasure cards, they will appear on the very last tab. It'll be right after the Shadow treasure cards. These cannot be used in advanced combat, so you can't use them in PvP circles in your house, nor in PvP nor in the Decathlon events. Too bad. But you can, however, use them to aid you in battles that are a bit difficult. However, just like any other summoned creature, you can't control what they do. So beware of that, especially if it's a battle that has triggers that are triggered by the casting of certain spells. Thanks so much, friends, for hanging out, and I hope you learned a little something new about monstrology and getting started in it. Let me know what other topics you want me to cover, and we will see you in the next one.